Yo, what's up everyone? Abgor here today. I'm back here for another banging video. So, let's talk about Mercedes Mone again, I guess. So this is Marcus's favorite topic. But yeah, man. Mercedes, dog. It's been an entire year, so if you talk about why I think that her run will be a flop, and now an entire year later, um, it still stands because Mercedes Monet has not done anything but putting herself over. That's basically what she's been doing this entire time. She's just been putting herself over and not putting over anybody. Like all the matches she's had, she went over herself, bro. Like who has she put over during her reign here in AEW? She hasn't put over anybody, bro. And now she has this agenda that she's going to win the Owen Hart tournament. Like, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand because this is the same person that walked out on WWE because she didn't get what she wanted. And now she's in AEW and saying that, oh yeah, Tony Khan's giving me everything I want because I have 4 belts now. And I'm going to basically just bury every single woman in this company and just put myself over because I'm the biggest star in the world. Like, that's really what she thinks of herself. Like, I'm not trolling when I say she's the most overrated woman of all time. Because people like to call out Becky for this stuff, but they never really looked at Mercedes, bro. I'm not saying this because I'm a fan of Becky Lynch. No, I'm not really the biggest fan of Becky Lynch like that either. But I take Becky Lynch over Mercedes, bro. Because Mercedes is the worst person out of the 4 horsewomen, bro. She is. When it comes to character work, promos, and in-ring skills and stuff like that, she doesn't have it, bro. She really doesn't because she's been like this her entire career. Like, she's never been, you know what I'm saying, that big of a deal for the women's division, and she really hasn't done anything to earn her spot in the women's division, bro. Like, all she did was complain and complain. Complain in all these other interviews, complain about your position in the company, and complain about your stuff in these promos. Like, nobody's going to take you serious if you just keep doing the same stuff. Like, I don't get it, bro. Because she has this big ego of where everything revolves around her. So she's basically just getting overpaid just to do her job, and her job is just bury every single woman in the company. And this is for Tony Khan too, because Tony Khan's been doing this, bro. He's been having an agenda that he's just gonna keep putting over all the people that he just signed in his company, and not the people that's been working hard every single day in his company and trying to earn their spots, bro. They're trying to earn their spot to try to get in the same position as Mercedes. But no, he just going to keep picking these people over them because Tony Khan has favors, bro. Tony Khan has his favorites. I mean, every single wrestling promotion, you know what I'm saying, that has bookers has their favorites. But at the same time, bro, like people that's been in the company for longer than her, you know what I'm saying, they've been buried and they never had any shot at any title because she's basically just taking over their opportunities, bro. This is literally what she's been doing for an entire year. She's just been taking over every single body's opportunities and having all these belts and just replicating what Kenny Omega has done with this belt collector stuff that nobody cares about, bro. Nobody sees this because she's not a draw. She's not that big of a deal now, bro. She's not. She's always been, you know what I'm saying, she's always been a low mid carder. She's always been a jobber. That's always what she been. Because every single title reign has not amounted to anything for the company, bro. And I know Mercedes fans is going to come in my comments and they're going to keep defending her, all this other stuff. Look, y'all can defend her all y'all want, bro. But y'all know I'm right, bro. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, dog. And that's what we do over here, bro. Like I said, we tell the truth about wrestling, bro. Know what I'm saying? And that's the truth right there because this is literally what Mercedes has been doing her entire career, like I said. It's just been thinking about herself and not thinking about others. She's thinking about, oh, I'm gonna replicate for myself now. No, I got to do this to make sure that my name stays relevant, bro. Forget all the other women because I only matter in this business, not everybody else. Like this, literally, what she be thinking about every single time. Like she divorced her husband, bro, over this stuff, saying that oh they had a good relationship and they just prefer to be friends, I guess. And now she's paying over $10,000 just for her ring gear, bro. And her husband was making ring gear. Like she had free ring gear right there, but no, she got to pay 10K just to do ring gear now, bro. Like this is crazy, bro. Like you just wasted your money on all these ring gear for a meaningless match that nobody's gonna remember. That for a match that nobody's going to care about. Because AEW is not that big of a deal. AEW is not that great of a company for you to be doing that, bro. You're not that big of a star for you to be complaining and just for you to be doing that, bro. Like you dragged yourself uh into this position, and that's your own fault. Like there's bigger stars than you, way bigger stars than you, because you're not the greatest of all time. You're the greatest whiny girl of all time. That's what you is. Bianca, Rhea, even EO Sky, bro, is a bigger star than you, bro. And y'all know that I'm not the biggest fan of EO Sky for people that been on my videos, but yes, bro, they're bigger stars than you, bro. Everyone to count AEW too, Tony Storm, Mariah May, they're bigger stars than you. Even Bray Baker is still a bigger star than you. Even Soraya, bro. Even though Soraya hasn't been doing much, she's still a bigger star than you. Because you have this mindset about just trying to do things yourself. Like you're not that big of a deal for you to be doing this, bro. You're just like CM Punk. Just thinking about yourself and trying to put yourself over because you want everything to revolve around you. You want everything because you want yourself to be seen as the main character. Like there is no main characters in wrestling, bro. Everyone has their own preferences. Everyone has their own standards to be around and to have the same agenda, bro. And so far, since you've been having this mindset and this agenda of just putting yourself over, you know what I'm saying? That's why your reign in the AEW has been a flop. That's why your run in AEW has still been a flop, bro. People call me wrong saying that, oh, you're wrong. She's going to have one of the greatest AEW runs of all time. A whole year later, it still hasn't amount to anything, bro. So what is you talking about? And those same people that say that stuff, bro, they're not here right now. They're not going to come back to this because they know they're wrong. They know they was wrong, bro. And that's okay to be wrong. It's okay. Go cheer for that jobber, bro. Because we don't need jobbers like this in the company, man. Okay? And I guarantee you, if she comes back to WWE, you know what I'm saying, she's not going to have the same momentum as she did before. You know, the same agenda, the same, you know what I'm saying, the same role that she's been doing for years, bro. Talking about this Bailey stuff saying that, oh, yeah, I miss my friend. Bro, you did that to yourself. You wanted to leave because you complained about your position. Like, bro, you're not always going to be in the main event scene. Sometimes you got to take the lower, you know what I'm saying, the lower position, bro. Sometimes you got to be in the mid card, bro. You have to be because you got to put over the other people, and people want new people in the main event scene. They don't want to keep seeing the same people in the main event scene, bro. So sometimes you got to take the lower level to be able to get back into the main event scene. See, Roman Reigns did that because, you know what I'm saying, because people have been complaining about Roman Reigns for a very long time being in the main event scene. And when he came back for cancer, he was in the mid card for 2 years. He was in the mid card, bro. This dude was having lower mid card feuds. He was had low mid card program with Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon and Buddy Murphy and Baron Corbin, bro. He was in the lower mid card for 2 years, but people still complain for Roman being in the title match with Goldberg for WrestleMania, but he had to pull himself out due to COVID. So they put Braun Strowman in. But people still complaining because, oh my god, Roman Reigns was getting all these title matches, even though he hasn't been the main event seat for 2 years, bro. See, that's what you could have done right there, Mercedes. If you just, you know what I'm saying, didn't complain about your position, and just took a lower position so you could be able to become a bigger star in the future, then, you know what I'm saying, you'll probably still be in the company right now, bro. You'll probably still be in WWE. Because you don't always have to be in the main event scene. You don't always have to be, you know what I'm saying, in the big spotlight. That's why people like Bianca, Rhea, and Io have taken over, bro. Because they waited patiently for their moment. They worked at the top and they worked every single day for them to get their moment, bro. You don't always have to be in the moment, you know what I'm saying, very early in your career. Because that's not how this business works. If they if the business clearly sees that you're charismatic and you have all the tools to become a champion, then they'll put the spotlight on you. But once they see enough of that, bro, you'll take the lower position and you'll even become a bigger star in like a year from now. See, that's the problem with you, Mercedes, because you don't even think about the future. You just think about now and how you can benefit yourself now without thinking about the future, bro. Without you becoming a bigger star in like a year or two from now, bro. Know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. That's pretty much all I gotta say about this man. The Mercedes money run has still been a flop. Nobody cares. And yeah, man. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.